Hello everyone, this is Indu and welcome to my third lecture on verbal aptitude where I would be discussing prepositions, conjunctions, interjections and nouns with you. So, what is a preposition? A preposition is a word used to show some relationship. And what kind of a relationship is this? So, a preposition is used before a noun, pronoun, or a noun phrase to show direction, time, place, spatial relationships, or to introduce an object. Right? For example, Geet jumped into the river. So, into here is the preposition as it's showing where Geet jumped. Right? The food is on the table. It's talking about the location of the food. That is, the food is on the table. I watched a video at 9. So I watched a video at whatever time, that is what it's showing, in the morning, you know. So it's talking about the time. I am around Lodi Gardens. Now, this is talking about the location, right? And obviously, Lodi Gardens here is a noun. Yeah, so it is important to note here that the preposition is a word or a group of words used before a noun, pronoun, or a noun phrase to show direction, time, place, location, spatial relationships, or to introduce an object. Yeah, in, on, at, around. These are certain prepositions we have come across, and we would be coming across more prepositions as we go further. Now, conjunctions. Conjunction is a word which joins words, phrases, or clauses. We had talked about coordinating conjunctions, where we discussed the acronym fanboys, that is for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. These are coordinating conjunctions which coordinate certain clauses, words, or phrases, right? And correlative conjunctions. Correlative conjunctions work in pairs, right? For example, either or, nor, neither, nor. So these work in phrases, these work in pairs to join words, phrases, or clauses, right? For example, if I say, my friend is not only a content writer, but also a freelance traveler. So not only, but also. These are used in pairs, right? Either or. Either you attempt this or you attempt this. So, both and, neither nor, not only, but also, as we talked about the example right now. So it's important to note that these are always used in pairs. Interjections. Interjection is a word which expresses some feeling. It could be pleasure, shock, surprise, disgust, it expresses an emotion, a feeling. And they often take the form of sound. They're not complete words. They're often sounds that are frequently placed either at the beginning or the end of the spoken sentences. For example, ouch, my laptop is losing its battery. Or ouch, how did you get hurt? Hooray, we won the match. Terrific, you got an offer from the University of Birmingham? So these words are often sounds. They're not complete words of used either at the beginning or the end of our spoken sentences. Example, oh, for a cup of tea. There are a lot of interjections you'll come across in your daily spoken language. All you have to do is just be attentive whenever it's spoken or whenever you speak. You just have to notice, be observant, right? Now we would be discussing the topic for today, and that is nouns. Nouns are words that name people, places, things, or ideas. We have 5 kinds of nouns: proper noun, common noun, collective noun, material noun, and abstract noun, each of which would be discussed further. Proper noun. A proper noun is a specific name of a particular person, place, or a thing. It usually begins with a capital letter. For instance, names like Mohan, Delhi, the Taj, the Mohan is a particular person, Delhi is a particular place, the Taj is a particular building, it's a thing, right? Yeah. So we have to remember that it specifies a person, place, or a thing. Other examples could be Paris, Mount Everest, Coca-Cola, which is a particular drink, the Eiffel Tower, which is a particular monument, Jupiter, which is a particular planet. So it has to be a specific person, place, or a thing, right? Now, common nouns. Common noun is a general name. It's not particular, it's not specific, it's a general name for a person, place, or a thing of the same kind, right? It's not capitalized until it's used at the beginning of the sentence. Examples include boy, village, book. So it's a general name. It's not talking about which book. It's not talking about a particular book. It's not, talking about any particular boy or any particular village. If we would have said, you know, the name of a particular book, right? For example, if I would have said, I am going to read Word Power Made Easy. So Word Power Made Easy is a particular book by Norman Lewis. And Norman Lewis is a particular person. So this would have been a proper noun, right? Which we discussed before, but a book is a common noun. Okay. The examples, as we've seen, boy, village, book, city, mountain, it's not talking about a particular mountain. It's not talking about the Mount Everest or the K2 or the Aravalli Hills. It's just talking about a mountain. Soda, again, not a particular drink. Tower, planet, not talking about which planet, Mercury, Venus, Earth. It's not specifying that. It's a general name, right? Now, collective noun. These are names for groups or collections of things or persons treated as a whole. For example, a flock of sheep. So a group of sheep is called a flock. So a flock of sheep, a class of students, an army of soldiers, a flock of birds, a team of players, a herd of cattle, an audience at an event, an orchestra of musicians. So collective noun refers to groups or collections of things or persons treated as a whole, right? Material noun. Material noun refers to the substance or material something is made up of. For example, this pen is made up of plastic. So plastic is the material noun. Think of wood, clay, gold. The table is made up of wood. The pot is made of clay. All these things are material nouns because they refer to the material or substance something is made up of, right? They focus on the matter from which objects are constructed: wood, steel, gold, water, paper, plastic. There are a lot of materials: silver, bronze, copper. So yeah, something, the material something is made up of is the material noun. Abstract noun. Abstract noun represent feelings, qualities, actions, or states. Feelings, qualities, actions, or states. These four things are important to remember. Examples of each of these categories have been given in the slide. I'd be discussing all of them with you. Certain general examples include joy, which is a feeling, honesty, which is a quality, theft, which is an action, childhood, that is a state, right? Abstract nouns cannot be seen or touched. They can be felt. They exist in the realm of thoughts and emotions, right? So, feelings. So, when you're too happy, it's joy, love, grief, laughter, youth, childhood. Childhood is a feeling. Childhood is a feeling. Could be a state as well, but we wouldn't refer to it as a state because when I say I remember my childhood days. It's a feeling. It's a feeling that you remember. You know, when you were carefree. Carefree again is a feeling. Uh, yeah. So childhood is a feeling. Mercy, happiness, all of these are feelings. We come to qualities: honesty, bravery, beauty, intelligence. These are qualities that are found in certain people or groups of people, you know. So, yeah, these are qualities. Humility, pride, shortage, wisdom. So, these are qualities. Actions: flight, movement, theft, conversation, discovery, expectation, obedience, protection. So these are actions. Now we have states, that is ownership, bondage, captaincy, freedom, heroism, slavery, piracy, roguery. These are states, states of being, states of thoughts and emotions. For example, we talk about um, dictatorship or democracy. It again is a state. It's an abstract noun. It's a state. Yeah. Next, we move on to how abstract nouns are formed. Abstract nouns are formed from adjectives, verbs, and common nouns. So, for example, we know bright is an adjective. Brightness is the abstract noun for that. Generous is an adjective. Generosity is the abstract noun. Mysterious is an adjective. Mystery is the abstract noun. Peaceful, I had a peaceful day. That is an adjective. It describes your day. But peace is an abstract noun. The world needs peace. Confident is an adjective. She is quite confident for the interview. Confidence is an abstract noun. All of the candidates showed confidence in the interview. So confidence is an abstract noun. So we already looked at abstract nouns formed from adjectives. Now we would be looking at abstract nouns formed from verbs. Create, creation. Explore, exploration. Connect, connection. Transform, transformation. Communicate, communication. Next, we move on to common nouns. There are abstract nouns formed from common nouns as well. For example, author is a common noun. Authorship is an abstract noun. Friend is a common noun. Friendship is an abstract noun. Leader, again, a common noun. Leader, innovator, teacher. On the other hand, leadership, innovation, teaching, these are abstract nouns. Now, we have certain questions where I would urge you to identify the kinds of nouns, and we would be discussing these. The evening was a round of pleasures. Now, pleasures is nothing specific. It's something general. So pleasures is a common noun. The table is made of wood. Now it's talking about the material the table is made of. It's wood. So wood is a material noun. Her kindness touched everyone. Kindness is a quality. It's a feeling that touched everyone. So that is an abstract noun. I need to buy some fresh vegetables from the market. Now it's talking about fresh vegetables. It's not talking about any particular specific vegetable like brinjal, ladyfinger, or anything. It's just talking about vegetables. It's a common noun. A swarm of bees flew by, buzzing loudly. A swarm of bees. It's a collective noun. It's talking about a group of bees, a swarm of bees. The chef used flour, sugar, and butter to bake a delicious cake. Flour, sugar, and butter are the materials that have been used to bake a delicious cake. So, flour, sugar, and butter are material nouns. Patience is a virtue that can lead to success. It's talking about a quality, a virtue that can lead to success, so it's an abstract noun. The Mona Lisa, we're talking about a particular painting. The Mona Lisa was painted by Leonardo da Vinci. The Mona Lisa, again, a particular painting, Leonardo da Vinci, a particular painter. Both of them are proper nouns, right? Do look at other examples, practice the kinds of nouns that any sentence has, just try to spot them. You get an idea of how they're used, right? Now, we are starting something new from today. We would be discussing three new words that you might not know that would be beneficial for our vocabulary section in the exams. We would be learning new words, and today, since we discussed nouns, we would be learning three new nouns that could hopefully be new for you. So we have the first word, promulgation. That is the process of spreading beliefs or ideas among a lot of people. The promulgation of the environmental regulations marked a crucial step towards sustainable development. So it says that the process of spreading beliefs and ideas of environmental regulations among people marked a crucial step for sustainable development. Obviously, it's a noun, right? The president's promulgation of emergency. The president's promulgation of emergency, that is the spreading of the idea of emergency measures, was met with both support and criticism from the public. Now, your work is to identify which kind of noun it is. It's obviously not a proper noun because it isn't talking about something specific. It's talking about, the process of spreading beliefs or ideas among people, right? It's not a material noun. It's not a collective noun. Now, the thing is whether it's a common noun or an abstract noun, right? That you have to figure out, and that is your homework for today, right? Next word. The next word we have is encomium. Encomium is a piece of writing or speech that praises someone or something very highly. For example, the retiring professor received an encomium from colleagues and students for his dedication to education and research. That is, he received a lot of praises from his colleagues and students for his dedication towards his work. The community leader was honored with a public encomium for his tireless efforts in improving local infrastructure and services. Right? Next word we have is again is a noun. It's zealot. Zealot is a person who has very strong opinions about something. And they try to make other people have them too. Having an opinion is not enough for them. They try to propagate it, right? Zealot. She was known as a fitness zealot, waking up early every morning for rigorous workouts and maintaining a strict diet. The political zealot passionately advocated for his party's ideology, often engaging in heated debates. So it was important for us to, again, zealot is a common noun. There could be a lot of zealots. We're not talking about a particular zealot, but it's a common noun. It's a person that has very strong opinions about something. Okay? Again, encomium, again, is a common noun because we're not talking about a particular piece of writing. We're not talking, but if we're not talking about a particular piece of writing. We're just talking about an encomium in general. Now we would be discussing countable and uncountable nouns. Countable nouns can be considered as individual units. Uncountable nouns cannot be counted as separate units. That is, they're difficult to quantify. Countable nouns could be boy, girl, table, chair, bottle, cup, pen, pencil. So, all these things are countable nouns. Something that can be counted as individual units. Uncountable nouns. So, all abstract nouns would be uncountable noun. You cannot quantify honesty. You cannot quantify truth. So, these, and then you cannot quantify rice, wheat, sugar, paper, cloth, water, milk. You cannot quantify all these things. So, material nouns, all material nouns and abstract nouns fall into uncountable nouns, fall into the category of uncountable nouns, whereas common nouns and collective nouns are typically countable. Some nouns can be both countable and uncountable, and it depends on their usage. For example, paper can refer to a sheet of paper, which is countable, or it can refer to the material in general, which is uncountable. Right? So it's important to note the difference between uncountable and countable nouns, and it is also important to remember that material nouns and abstract nouns fall into the category of uncountable nouns. Well, that was it for today. I hope the vocabulary section helped you. We'll meet in our next lecture where we would again be discussing nouns in further detail. Thank you so much for today.